The moment the 9 bright stars in the sky aligned, the entire world was suddenly swept by a powerful wave of energy. A strange mist spread from the void, accompanied by a faint sound wave that vaguely echoed across the world. Xiao Yang slowly rose to his feet atop a treetop, lifting his head to gaze at the hazy fog covering the land. He murmured to himself that the world tide was indeed unfolding just as the ancient map had described. While he was lost in thought, several streaks of light swiftly rushed over from the star realm and, in a few flashes, appeared beside him. It was Yao Lao and his group. Yao Lao landed and gravely announced that the demonic flame was about to descend upon the world. Xiao Yang nodded in acknowledgement. He knew that from tomorrow onward, countless experts would rush to the location of the purifying demonic lotus flame. Although many were aware they lacked the ability to subdue it, they would still cling to hope after all. Anyone who succeeded in refining it would undergo a tremendous leap in power, making even an easy victory over a far stronger opponent possible. That temptation was simply irresistible. When Yao Lao asked when they should set out, Xiao Yang hesitated for a moment. Before he could answer, his expression suddenly changed. He lifted his head sharply toward the northwest sky, where an intense light burst forth from the distance. The light carried an incredibly terrifying heat, spreading like a wave across an unimaginably vast area. Even from within the falling star pavilion, one could feel a scorching heat rising in their hearts. Yao Lao, sensing the unusual phenomenon, remarked that the purifying demonic lotus flame had appeared in the world. He hadn't expected it to break its seal so urgently. At that moment, Xiao Yang felt the mysterious light cluster within his mind stir violently once more. He gently pressed his forehead and, with a thought, gradually suppressed its unusual movements. With his perfect heavenly state spiritual strength, entering the cluster might still be beyond him, but suppressing it was no longer difficult. Taking a deep breath, Xiao Yang declared that they would leave immediately. Regardless of the situation, it was best to head over and assess things firsthand. The demonic flame had appeared much faster than anticipated, and experts were likely already rushing toward it. His group needed to reach the location quickly, if only to gain a clear understanding of the situation as soon as possible. Yao Lao was momentarily startled but said nothing more. He let out a long whistle that echoed throughout the star realm, and soon numerous figures hurried over from all directions, gathering in the sky. At the forefront were the first elder of the Small Pill Tower, Ancestor Huiyun, and the flower sects Fairy Qing and Fairy Hua. Yao Lao explained with a smile that he had already invited them 2 days ago. Xiao Yang nodded in approval. At this critical moment, every additional person meant more strength and a greater chance of success. He then addressed the gathered experts in a solemn tone, warning that this journey was fraught with danger. If anyone encountered a threat they could not handle, they should withdraw immediately. Preserving their strength was paramount. These experts represented the elite forces of the Alliance, and heavy losses would severely damage its core. While seizing the purifying demonic lotus flame was important, unnecessary sacrifices were not required. The assembled figures acknowledged his words in unison. Xiao Yang's strength and reputation within the Alliance now rivaled Yao Lao's, and no one dared to defy his orders. Without further ado, Xiao Yang waved his hand, and his body transformed into a streak of light that shot out of the star realm, leading the group toward the demonic flame's location at lightning speed. Behind him, a large contingent followed, tearing through the sky. Meanwhile, all across the Central Plains, experts from various sects and factions were also mobilizing. Throughout the night, wave after wave of figures flew through the air, all heading toward the northwestern region. In just one night, the entire Central Plains had been thrown into chaos. As they approached within 500 kilometers of the demonic flame's location, Xiao Yang observed the distant sky, where a glaring light blazed like a dazzling sun. Waves of terrifying heat assaulted them as they drew nearer, causing even the powerful members of his group to break out in sweat. Xiao Yang remarked inwardly that this was truly worthy of the purifying demonic lotus flame. The mere residual heat made it difficult for even 6-star Dozuns and above to withstand. Glancing back at his companions, he noted that while a 6-star Dozun was considered a top-tier expert on the continent, such strength could barely endure the flame's lingering heat, a testament to its terrifying power. Ziyang commented that they had encountered at least 10 groups along the way, all clearly aiming for the purifying demonic lotus flame. It seemed an earth-shaking struggle was imminent. Xiao Yang agreed but paid little attention to those groups. Though they were formidable, they were ultimately too weak to compete for the flame. His mind drifted to the Han clan and other ancient clans, wondering if they had already arrived. With a wave of his hand, he urged the group to increase their speed. The 500-kilometer distance was covered in minutes by experts of their caliber. About 20 minutes later, the entire group reached the mountainous region where the demonic flame had descended. The once lush green mountains had completely vanished, replaced by a cream-white desert. A terrifying heat radiated from the ground, distorting the air within a 500-kilometer radius. Yao Lao was shocked at the sight, marveling that such a vast mountain range had been incinerated into a desert by the flame. Xiao Yang nodded and released a protective surge of flame to envelop his companions, alleviating the searing pain on their skin. He then looked toward the distant sky, where space had been torn open. A cream-white light poured down from the rift, emitting a temperature so intense it was unbearable even for the soul. He explained that the space sealing the purifying demonic lotus flame had been broken, but the flame itself had not yet emerged. It was likely still within that realm. The cream-white light was merely its lingering heat. Even Zi Yang's expression changed at this revelation. If lingering heat alone could incinerate a mountain range into a desert, how terrifying would it be to actually enter that realm? Soon after Xiao Yang's group arrived, more figures appeared from all directions, halting at a distance from the shattered space. They stared in horror at the transformed landscape, knowing that this place had been a vibrant mountain range just the night before. Yao Lao observed the space above and concluded that they would have to enter that realm to obtain the purifying demonic lotus flame. Xiao Yang, however, advised against haste. The realm was fraught with danger, and they were not qualified to be the first to step forward. Even he sensed immense peril, and if they rushed in recklessly, hardly anyone would escape alive. Yao Lao agreed, understanding as an alchemist just how terrifying the interior of that broken space must be. As they waited cautiously, space nearby suddenly fluctuated, and dense black fog seeped out in all directions. A chilling aura spread quietly, drawing everyone's attention. When the fog slowly dispersed, several figures were revealed. Yao Lao's group narrowed their eyes at the black-robed figure leading them. It was the chief of the Hall of Souls, whose mere presence caused most onlookers to hold their breath. This was the man whose ferocious reputation had been cemented years ago when he annihilated dozens of sects overnight, leaving blood and corpses strewn across the land. 5 two-star Dosheng experts had fallen miserably at his hands that night, establishing the Hall of Souls as the overlord of the Central Plains and deterring even the Pill Tower from clashing with him. Now, this mighty figure floated quietly in the sky, his eyes as calm as a meditating monk's, unaffected by the fearful or hateful gazes around him. Xiao Yang observed the chief intently, noting that the faint spiritual fluctuations emanating from him matched those of the powerful soul he had encountered days ago. The chief seemed to sense Xiao Yang's scrutiny and slowly turned his head. His ancient, rippleless eyes landed on Xiao Yang, and he remarked in an indifferent tone that the fallen Xiao clan had unexpectedly produced such talent of failure on the part of the Hall of Souls. The deputy chief, standing behind him, respectfully acknowledged that Xiao Yang had proven cunning and difficult to kill despite their past efforts. Each time they had dispatched experts sufficient to eliminate him, he had somehow overcome the danger and emerged stronger. The chief continued calmly, predicting that in time, Xiao Yang might become another Xiao Xian. The deputy chief, startled by such a high evaluation, glanced at the silent figure beside him and dryly laughed that no matter how strong Xiao Yang became, he would not surpass the junior clan head. Even if Xiao Yang were to become the next Xiao Xian, one should remember that Xiao Xian's fate had not been fortunate. The chief emitted an ambiguous sound from his nostrils and slowly shook his head, murmuring that it was hard to predict. The silent figure then spoke, revealing that Xiao Yang possessed 5 types of heavenly flames: the green lotus core flame, falling heart flame, sea heart flame, bone-chilling flame, and 3000 burning flame. He noted that heavenly flames were inherently violent and would normally try to devour each other upon contact, yet Xiao Yang managed them peacefully, likely due to the effects of his qi method. This figure, who slowly lifted his head, had pitch-black eyes devoid of any whiteness, giving him an unsettling appearance. He explained that Yao Chen had once obtained a mysterious qi method capable of merging heavenly flames from ancient remains, and Xiao Yang was now practicing it. While the qi method contributed to his rapid advancement, one should not underestimate Xiao Yang's own abilities. An ordinary person practicing the same method might not achieve as much. After merely observing Xiao Yang from a distance, this person had seen through the heavenly flames within him and guessed the origin of his qi method, a feat that would make anyone break out in cold sweat. He stated calmly that Xiao Yang would be a difficult opponent, but he believed he could kill him. The deputy chief flattered him, agreeing that with the junior clan head's advanced 2-star Dosheng strength, killing the initial 2-star Xiao Yang would be easy. Surely the position of Han clan head would belong to him in the future. The black-robed man, Han Feng, curled his mouth at these words but advised the deputy chief to consider the Hall chief's thoughts before speaking further. The Hall chief smiled faintly and replied that the clan head's overwhelming strength had controlled the Hun clan for millennia without sign of fatigue. Such matters were premature to discuss. Hun Feng lifted his eyelids but did not pursue the taboo topic. His gaze shifted from Xiao Yang to the shattered space, and he asked when they should act. The Hall chief replied that they would wait for the purifying demonic lotus flame to break the seal, which would deplete much of its energy. They would move once it was about to emerge. Han Feng nodded and closed his eyes, though his gaze briefly flickered towards Xiao Yang once more. Ancestor Hu Yun, having withdrawn his gaze, commented that the chief of the Hall of Souls was truly frightening. Xiao Yang agreed. Only upon seeing him in person did he realize just how terrifyingly powerful the chief was. Even he felt he had no chance of victory against such an expert. Zi Yang, her smile gone, subtly shifted half a step to block Xiao Yang partially. She was the only one present who might withstand the chief, and even then, she understood that fighting him would result in at best a solitary retreat. Xiao Yang reassured her that they would not attack before obtaining the purifying demonic lotus flame. Just then, a loud laugh rang out from a distance, and several figures appeared beside them with lightning speed. Xiao Yang recognized the leading figure as Huixian from the Yang clan, whom he had met in the Jiyu realm. Beside him was the same red-clothed, veiled lady, and an additional purple-clothed elder. Huixian greeted Xiao Yang warmly, praising his rapid advancement to the Dosheng class in just a few short years. Xiao Yang returned the compliment, noting that Huixian himself had reached high-level Ban Sheng. He was inwardly shocked at Huixian's progress. Had he not consumed the Bodhisattva heart, he would likely have been left far behind. Sensing something, Xiao Yang examined Huixian more closely and asked if he had refined a heavenly flame. Huixian smiled and admitted that with the help of his clan's elders, he had successfully subdued the 8 wasteland destruction flame, which had enabled his rapid growth. Xiao Yang's hand trembled at the mention of the flame ranked 8th on the heavenly flame ranking. He knew the Yang clan possessed 4 types of heavenly flames, 2 among the top 10, but he hadn't expected the other besides the red lotus yi flame to be the 8 wasteland destruction flame. He marveled inwardly at the ancient clan's collection. He had scoured the continent yet only obtained the 9th ranked 3000 burning flame, while Huixian had simply returned home and acquired such a high-ranked flame. Huixian then introduced the purple-clothed elder beside him as Elder Hui Yao, who also possessed a heavenly flame, the 16th ranked fire cloud water flame. Xiao Yang laughed bitterly, realizing that the 3 before him carried 3 types of heavenly flames from the Yang clan. Including his own 5, that would make 8 types present. A clear, bell-like voice suddenly chimed in, as if reading his thoughts, and said there would be more than 8. The moment he heard that familiar voice, joy surged onto Xiao Yang's face. It was Zana. He lifted his head to see space ripple in the distance before several figures slowly emerged. The one in front wore elegant green clothes and was as lovely as a flower, her black hair cascading like a waterfall restrained by a pale green ribbon. A gentle breeze made her hair drift, giving her the demeanor of a fairy descended to the mortal realm. It was Zana, whom he had not seen for a long time. Behind her were Jiyu Qingyang, the genius of the Jiyu clan, and an unfamiliar white-haired elder in blue robes who maintained a warm smile, though those with sharp eyes could sense the sharpness hidden beneath. Zana's appearance immediately drew many gazes, and whispers spread among the onlookers. Those present understood that these ancient clans, though low profile, were unparalleled super factions. The deputy chief of the Hall of Souls frowned, noting that the Jiyu clan had indeed come. The Hall chief replied that the purifying demonic lotus flame was no ordinary heavenly flame. Even the Hun clan desired it, so it was natural for the Jiyu clan to act. His eyes paused on the blue-robed elder, surprise flickering as he identified him as Jiyu Nanhai. He hadn't expected the Jiyu clan to dispatch him. Han Feng remarked that while Jiyu Nanhai was powerful, the Hall chief's strength should suffice to stop him. There was an agreement among ancient clans that those above 5-star Dosheng could not intervene arbitrarily, and few within that limit could match the Hall chief. The Hall chief agreed, noting that although those powerful individuals couldn't intervene, they were undoubtedly observing from the void. Meanwhile, Zan stood before Xiao Yang, a warm smile spreading across her face. Jiyu Qingyang and Jiyu Nanhai shook their heads inwardly, having never seen her this happy within the Jiyu clan. Looking at the ethereal girl before him, Xiao Yang felt something stir deep within his heart. Ignoring the many eyes upon them, he reached out, took her soft arm, and gently pulled her into a tight embrace. The current Xiao Yang had truly grown in age, in strength. His achievements now made him completely worthy of her despite her possessing a divine bloodline seen only once in a millennium. Although Zana's strength was not inferior to his, such a young 2-star Dosheng was someone even an ancient clan like the Jiyu clan could not underestimate. If Xiao Yang were to propose marriage at the Jiyu clan now, no one would dare say he was unqualified. A gentle arc curved on Zun's beautiful face as she leaned against him, greedily absorbing the familiar scent she had missed for so long. 3 full years had passed since their last separation. Because of her divine bloodline, she had been unable to leave the Jiyu clan freely until becoming a Do Shang. She had endured the bitter longing in her heart, training with all her might to obtain the freedom that belonged to her after reaching that class. She murmured softly that she had really missed him and that she would be free from now on, able to continue accompanying him. She had grown up in the Xiao clan because of the Jiyu clan and had parted with him long ago for the same reason. Each meeting had been short and hurried, followed by years of waiting. Now, finally, she could arrange her time as she pleased, no longer tightly managed by the clan. Xiao Yang was startled, then smiled and nodded. Jiyu Qingyang helplessly interjected, asking if they were ignoring everyone else's presence. Zun's face reddened slightly, but she quickly composed herself and gently freed herself from Xiao Yang's embrace. Her pretty eyes then fell on Yao Lao behind him, and she bowed respectfully, addressing him as Elder Yao Chen. Yao Lao laughed, saying they were acquainted but had never met face to face. He recalled that she had discovered him hiding on Xiao Yang long ago and, unsure of his intentions, had secretly warned him. This was indeed their first formal meeting. Zun apologized for her past suspicions, explaining that she had suspected he harbored ill intent towards Xiao Yang, which had made her tone impolite. But subsequent events had shown that without his secret aid, Xiao Yang's path would have been much harder. Yao Lao waved it off as a small matter, teasing that as Xiao Yang's teacher, he should be magnanimous toward his disciple's wife. He felt a pang of pride seeing the embarrassed expression on Zun's face, knowing her status within the Jiyu clan. Having someone of her standing as his disciple's wife was indeed something to be proud of. Xiao Yang smiled and then introduced Zi Yang beside him. Zi Yang and Zun were old acquaintances, having met at Jianan Academy back then, though various reasons had kept them apart since. Now, meeting again, both felt how much they had changed. One had been a young girl at the academy, the other a little girl who only knew how to play, yet now both possessed peak strength on the continent. Zun then introduced Elder Jiyu Nanhai, explaining that he was accompanying her to investigate the purifying demonic lotus flame. Xiao Yang asked if the Jiyu clan was also interested in the flame. Jiyu Nanhai replied that it wasn't so much interest in the flame itself, hardly anyone in the world could subdue it. Their main concern was ensuring it didn't fall into the hands of the Han clan. His tone was calm and equal, not condescending like some other Jiyu clan elders. Zun added that the purifying demonic lotus flame had appeared in the past, but no one had ever managed to subdue it. The spatial seal had been placed by the purifying demonic lotus saint and was extremely mysterious. Even the flame couldn't destroy it quickly. If its assault slowed even slightly, the seal would absorb surrounding natural energy and repair itself. The Han clan, however, had always targeted the flame and came prepared. She wondered what they planned this time. Xiao Yang observed that they didn't seem to be doing anything at the moment. Zun explained that they were waiting for the flame to exhaust its strength, breaking the seal. She then warned Xiao Yang to be especially careful of the man with black eyes among the trio, identifying him as Han Feng, whom the Han clan called a madman. Han Feng possessed astonishing talent and the Han clan's divine bloodline, far stronger than the Han Yu Xiao Yang had encountered before. According to their intelligence, he would likely become the next Han clan head if no accidents occurred. She elaborated that Han Feng specialized in fighting above his level and had seldom fought those weaker than him since beginning his training. He was ruthless and merciless, often causing injuries and even deaths during clan spars. Over time, no one of his generation dared to fight him, and even some Han clan elders were afraid of him. Xiao Yang would need to be exceptionally careful if they clashed. Xiao Yang's brows twitched as he glanced at Han Feng and slowly nodded. The next clan head of the Han clan was indeed terrifying. He wondered what his chances of victory would be if he had to fight this person.